All right, welcome all my fellow vampires out there tonight. How you guys all doing? We got a bunch of people in the house. Thank you all for joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, let's kind of buzz through the charts really quick. I made a Kenny B visceral post today on over here on. If you haven't had a chance, get a chance, go over here and check it out, everybody. Gosh, where did it start? It was like 5 posts long, right? Here's the start of it. Just saying how I enjoy crypto, how we basically have a $400 offset right now, right? We got a $400 offset, right? Here's Phoenix right now. Phoenix is at $6,068 right now. So the premium over here is $6,068 on Phoenix. We're $5,700 over here on a USD exchange, and I'm just saying, listen, how does somebody look at this? And honestly, if you're an outsider looking in on crypto right now, I mean, this is just not a good look, right? That's saying like, hey, I could buy gold over here for cheaper than I can buy gold over there, and it just there's so many arguments, and I just go into a bunch of, you know, it's like a house of cards right now with USDT and Bitfinex. And listen, if it all plays out and all works out fine and everything they're doing is legit, that's great. It's going to be really good for crypto. But, in my opinion, there's been just way too much shadiness going on, and it's a big house of cards ready to fall. One of the things I also pointed out, I said the names that will be remembered in the history books are not going to be Craig Wright for saying he's Satoshi or Mr. Satoshi himself for 2019. The names that will be remembered in 2019 are going to be Mr. Fowler, Crypto Capital, Tether, and Bitfinex. Those are going to be the names that will be remembered in 2019. And mark my words, as this gets closer and this the drama escalates and people, deep dark secrets and skeletons start to fall out of the closet, we're all going to see, what's going to start to play out here and how it's going to start to affect everybody here in crypto. And listen, there's nothing wrong with calling the herd, right? Sometimes you gotta take 2 steps back, and that's what's got to happen. You have to take 2 steps back in order to take 5 steps forward, right? And sometimes you just got to clear all the BS out, to move the ecosystem forward. And I think that's really, it's a good thing to happen. It's a good thing for us to get rid of Tether, or for Tether to really come around and be a one-to-one with a bunch of non-shadiness going on. With that all being said, just be very careful and just realize that if some really shady stuff goes on and Phoenix does do some kind of an exit, and or all of a sudden Tether gets seized and people can't get their funds out, there will be some panic in the marketplace, right? We'll have to see how that does affect everything going forward, right? So one of the things I've been kind of preaching on, and if you go all the way over yonder, is this. This is the Phoenix longs to shorts chart, right? So this is my Phoenix longs to short. I got everything broken down over here. Now the blue line as you're moving is the price action of Bitcoin itself. The green is the longs, the red is the shorts. This is the red RSI right here. This is the longs RSI. So this is the shorts RSI, this is the longs RSI. The way that I look at this right now is the shorts are absolutely through the roof. Remember, on Phoenix, you can only short at a very limited leverage. It's like 3.5 or something like that. So the leverage is not like super out of control. So it's going to be really hard to liquidate these shorts. Now, one of the things is you better believe that, like all of these other shady exchanges, that you have the exchange trading against you, right? Right? So you have the trading exchange trading against you, right? So I just want you to know that as we're marching along here, that these exchanges are not just innocent bystanders just providing a trading platform. These exchanges are actually trading against you. It's how they make money. They pump it up. They buy BTC. They dump BTC on you. You see it, the USDT moving in and out of their bags. And, you see how much BTC they have and how much these people are all about making money, and yes, they are counter trading us, and that's just part of making money, and that's part of being a beautiful unregulated exchange in this ecosystem right now. So, with that being said, I'm telling you, Bitfinex is going to be counter trading these shorts right here, right? And they don't want to pay off these shorts, right? So, with that being said, and these shorts also, they're really high compared to the longs right now, and people are all betting against these people are betting against Bitfinex right now. Is basically what I see these shorts that they are doing. They're basically betting on the collapse of Finex and or USDT, and when Finex and or USDT goes down, they are expecting the price of Bitcoin to plummet pretty drastically, right? It just depends on the news that we get, but if it were me, that's kind of what I would be expecting. Now you take a look at our trend line for our RSI, tap, 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 and another tap. Nice trend line play, and got rejected right there on the RSI. All right, we're going to just buzz through some things here real quick. Listen, we have this, what I think is a big-ass head and shoulders pattern playing out, right? Scoot that baby over. Coming up to retest the bottom of this wedge. We had this big rising wedge. We're not coming up to test the bottom of this rising wedge. But really, in actuality, I mean, this is kind of like a dead zone right here. There's really no support and resistance that much that's inside of this area right here. So, I mean, this, like I said, this can just keep going, keep running up a little bit. The weekly, wow, what a break. There's our 50 MA. Nice breakout of the 50 MA right there. This is the bearish line headed down. The bears, man, just marching down to, which would probably be this is the bulls. The bulls marching down to what would technically be our lowest level we've had for the bulls, which is actually that's getting bearish, because the deeper you go, it'll eventually turn around and it snaps back. So we're just going to have to watch this as this continues to set up here. Daily ADX chart. Listen, this is the bulls line right here. They're on the bottom. As long as they're on the bottom, they're in control. I've been telling everybody that, just kind of preaching it. Bulls doing kind of a double topish right here. This is I always like to see this double top move right here before it does fall out. Now it can break out. I would love, this would be even better if it would break out over the histo line, do something like this, and then fall. See, look, broke over the histo line, double top, then fall. Broke over the histo line right there, double top, then fall. Broke over the histo line, still broke over again, and then you got your big hammer down, right? Here's your VPVR. You look at this VPVR right here, and you have to kind of say, all right, this is kind of all a gap up until, right in this zone right here, right? I mean, this is kind of a void right here of, there's not a lot of buying going on. This is still a huge void that you can see that's stacked from here to here. You have a big void that stretches all the way back down here to 4,300, and this, you can just see there's just a lack of buying and selling pressure all in this range right here. Okay, gonna bop along. Look, nailed the 786, absolutely perfect. Look at the wick we're throwing in here. This is a daily wick. Listen, you got a long way to go. We're 5 hours into this daily. Nothing to stress about for the bears and or the bulls, so don't get overly excited. Now, this is a monthly line right here, right? So I'm going to clone this right here. That is a monthly line at 5840. Okay, so I'm going to tap that. 5840. So these white lines are historical monthlies. The orange lines are weeklies, right? So we did tap on a monthly, and we tapped on the 786 right there. But until this candle closes out, it's hard for me to make any, until I see a real pullback. I mean, I'm going to think that the bulls are still in control here. I mean, just kind of how it is. Bounced off every single one of these trend lines right here very nicely. See all the bounces, beautiful bounce coming up into the rejection area. So this is my RS, this is my MACD bubble chart. We are coming up into the rejection area here. This has been a really sweet run, right? Really, really sweet run. Great run. I still think a lot of this is due to the USDT news and the Bitfinex news, and a lot of people just dumping out their USDT for Bitcoin. Kind of a double topish over here. So we haven't broken out, which is really crazy because on Bitstamp, my RSI is much different than my RSI looks over on Binance. So because of course it's USD versus USDT. So this is, it's got a double top right here. It needs to fail. It's still a double top until it gets broken out. Over here, I did pull a different fib, and you see we did go up there and collide with the 618. You can see where I pulled that from, the tippy top there to the very bottom. So that's where I pulled that fib from. We're gonna bop around. See, here's my Binance. Look, this is the RSI on Binance, and we broke the long short trade line. And I mean, you break these. Look, every time you break these long trade lines, these give you a really good long signal. Broke it, nice long signal. Broke it, broke it, broke it. So nice long signals all the way up here, called by the RSI bubble chart. But this is Binance, so this is playing a little bit different. Now it's technically kind of double topish, but it would have to roll over here within the next 6.5 hours in order to really qualify as a double top right here, or something close to thereof. Once again, just shows the 618. This is the 3-day MACD. Man, that thing was on a monster tear, 5-month long tear there. Started back in December. That was just the monster march up. And, this thing just still has not rolled over. Back in 2015, though, it did fall out without touching. But it gave another little teeny tiny push up before it rolled over. This is their weekly Gauss charts, and I know you guys have been watching me with my weekly Gausses. There's the 50 MA. This is the weekly Gauss, right? Let's take a look at this bad boy. I'm going to pull everything off here. Weekly Gauss touch, weekly Gauss touch rejection, weekly Gauss support, weekly Gauss resistance, weekly Gauss resistance, and then back down to the bottom. See how well this plays in the Gauss lines. Just absolutely beautiful. Now the Gauss is, I don't want to say this is tightening. This is tight over here. I like this is more of a tight. This is nice and wide. This is tightening up a little though, right? And so we did hit the resistance right there, right? Now, the top of the Gauss, if this thing is going to run all the way to the other end of the Gauss, which it likes to do, but in the weekly Gauss back in 2000 and yonder, when we did find the bottom, we actually found the bottom Gauss. And there's the bottom Gauss line. There's the top Gauss line. It is the white line right there. See the white? Top, right? Top, bottom Gauss. And then guess what happens? And we go all the way up here, and guess what? We found the top again. There's the top of the Gauss line. We hit the top of the Gauss, came down, and we missed the bottom of the Gauss line. We were so close to hitting the bottom of this Gauss line. And honestly, this is where I thought we were headed. The bad news is this Gauss line is headed south on us, right? So that's the bad part, right? So the Gauss line is headed south on us. Same thing on our TDI chart, right? Loves the same thing. These are the Bollinger Bands. This is the weekly. Loves to move to the top, to the middle, to the top, to the middle, to the top, to the middle, blah, blah, blah. Top to the bottom, right? Same thing. Moved along. And we never really got any resistance up the middle of the Bollinger Band here on the TDI chart, but we just went from the bottom all the way. Had a nice squeeze with the TDI chart, and then now we're giving a second push, right? We're getting another push on the TDI chart to the upside right here, outside of the Bollinger Bands. You guys know that when you do get outside the Bollinger Bands, either on the bottom side and or the top side, it always likes to come back down into the middle, all right? Weekly, once again, kind of sticking to the weekly theme. This is a TD9 right here, bleeding TD9. And, there's the Bollinger Band right there. The Bollinger Band's at 55.64 on the standard Bollinger Band on the weekly. Once again, outside of it, we've been outside 1, 2, 3, kind of pulled back in for a week, and we're just outside of it again one more time. So we've been doing a lot of pushing and pulling on this outside Bollinger Band. Here we broke below it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and came right back up into it. So we're 4 weeks out of it. We've been 1, 2, 3, yeah, technically 4 weeks out of it on the top side. I would like to see this pull back. I would really love to see it pull back to the mean line here. A pull back to the mean line and a bounce to me would be absolutely phenomenally bullish, right? Phenomenally bullish. Oof. So we posted this up in the members area, and this is one thing I was watching over in the members area right now. Here's the 12-hour 9 bleeding 9 perfected 9. There's the daily 6. If you guys watch my videos a lot, you guys know that I love to fall out on TD6s. TD6s have a history of falling out, right? So look, you got the TD6 on the daily, you got the TD6 over here, and I'll show you guys. Let me show you. And that's one thing I really, really love to count. Is where? There we go. There we go. So this is one of the things I really love to keep an eye on is these TD system, right? We had the 4, the 6, the 12 hour, all on TD 9s or bleeding 9s, and the daily is on a bleeding 6. So to me, this is calling out for some exhaustion. It's just begging for a pullback because you have all these TDs lining up on all of these. Look, there's your daily, there's your 12 hour, there's like a bleeding, massive bleeding 6 hour. Huge bleeding. Oh, look, we're flipping on the 4 hour, so that's good. 4 hours flipping, right? But this is just exhausted. It basically just exhausted itself out, and that's what this tells you. This indicator, as it goes pink, it tells you that the price is just exhausting out slowly. It needs to do some sort of a little retrace. That's what we're getting here, and we got a nice little perfected 9 right there, which is really nice. Okay. Once again, I pulled the Bollinger Band from the fib from higher. So I pulled the fib from all the way up here to the peak of this. I pulled it all the way to the very bottom, and once again, right on that 5-0, we just kissed it. Absolutely perfect. Just a lot of fibs, a lot of, we got the Gauss, we've got a lot of things we just ran into right here, and I feel like this is a good moment possibly just to pause for a second. Now, if we move sideways, what I'm expecting is some alts to start popping because alts are really hurting right now. I'm looking at a bunch of alts out there, and the alts are just not doing very spiffy at the moment, okay? 3-day candle we put in. Still, when I look at this, boys and girls, ladies and gentle germs, when I look at this, I still see this as just, this is... That's still bearishly divergent here. This is still bearish divergence, right? To me, still dropping down, and that just doesn't mean the price can't keep going up, but it still is not. Now you got a brand new flip to a TD1 and 2, so on the 3-day, that's not bad. Let's take a look back here. How does this like to fall out on 1s and 2s? Meh. I mean, it can. It'll fall out on a 1 or 2. Fall out on a green 1 or 2. Yeah. Like I said, I go back to this candle and I just say this. I would just have liked to see a little more of this. I would have liked to see more of this here, more uppity, right? Show me some more uppity there. I still think there's possibly a short squeeze coming. I think the shorts have not been squeezed hard enough on Phoenix. We did get the gap filled, right? CME futures, gap filled. Yeah. What else we got? Nothing and nothing. I think that's it. I think we're looking good. USDT right here. Still, hovering about a 90.98 cents. So just kind of chilling. I mean, not doing anything. I'm going to be really, 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 really surprised if we get all the way back up to I'm going to get really surprised if we get all the way back up to $1 on USDT. I honestly am probably going to be the shit shocked out of me if we do make it all the way back, right? So now here's what I think on alts. Okay, so with alts right now, I mean, I would really like to see BTC start moving sideways. If we can get BTC moving sideways, it'll be a good thing, right? XRP, look at how well it's holding this this bearish triangle right here, this bearish wedge, just horrific. Look, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, right? This is not the most healthy looking, right? And then you take a look at this. So look at the XRP to BTC. Look at this thing. Started bleeding here. This is on the weekly. It's been bleeding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th week. Now the support on this trend line of these bleedings is right here. There's the support line right there, about 45 and change right there. And I think if we can possibly make it all the way down there, I'm just waiting. Look at this. I'm waiting for the bottom call. You give me the bottom call in this damn thing, and I will be buying XRP to BTC. I'm just kind of waiting on it. I'm waiting for that on a lot of charts. Just like I expected, I said, hey, I would like to see a test of this this lower triangle. Bam, hit it, got rejected. Just coming right back down into support. EOS. So I did scoop up a small bag of EOS on the breakout right here, right? A little bit worried, right? A little bit worried. I got a pretty tight stop loss if it comes back down, and it's got to break the channel right here. So I would like to see this I'd like to see BTC move sideways here. Give me a little punchy on EOS to get a lift. See here, we broke out of the wedge right there. Litecoin. Not looking good. This is not good. We were just for a moment over this 30 MA on the daily. I thought we were going to possibly close on top of that 30 MA, and it just didn't happen. We closed underneath it. That candle not looking very healthy right now. And got the short call on the 12-hour. Might leave this over on the 12-hour. I mean, that's not a horrific candle yet. I mean, that's not absolutely horrific. You know, now a pullback back down into the 60s, that would really start to weigh heavily on Litecoin right there. Litecoin to Bitcoin, this is the weekly. Looking like we're getting a bunch of support here on the 100 MA, so that's not bad. Keep an eye on that. Here we got Ethereum, up right, look, right to the vamp fib. Oh, man. Shit, that looks like a, ouch. Uh-oh. All right, so we're going to have to go over here and make a note on the chart. Tweezer top, right? I spelled tweezer wrong. Tweezer top. There we go. Tweezer top. Let's change the background. Orange. Pull this all the way up here. Oh, bold. Let's get this a little bit chunkier. Tweezer top. Okay, so the tweezer top is not a very good sign right here. Yeah, it's a daily candle, so that's not that bad. Let's go to the 12-hour. Is that a double top? Ooh. So it's a tweezer top on the daily, right? On the daily, and a double top on the 12-hour, right? Okay. Let's get down here, ETH, right? And there we go. And man, just great ETH charts, right up into the zone right there. You see right where it played right into our zone, and bang, right into the white area and pulled back. I mean, freaking epic. Epic! Thank you, Vamp. You do so well. All right, and that's golden. I'll take that for the win, right? Win. That's a win. Right, that was a good trade right there. Now, All right, this is Tron to Bitcoin, right? This is at the very bottom of my support level. Look, it bounced off my support level right here. Tried to make a double bottom, failed, but right now it's at the very bottom of my support right there. If it doesn't hold on to this, this is going to get fugly, right? I mean, I traced this thing absolutely pretty good all the way down here. God, I was just hoping this would get more of a bounce. Same thing, right? Same thing. I'm really waiting for that call, that bottom call over here to play this, where I think the BTC pairings can take off again. Just in a wedge over here, nothing's changed. I mean, you can just stretch this wedge out maybe a little bit, and or you can play this as a completed and then just retesting the backside. SV, ooh, nice. Look at that right there. So we're going to take this also as a, look at that. Now, this is actually bullish. If this pulls back a little bit and then fires up, this is a bullish pattern right here. Okay, let's go over our BCH. Right. Right, let's go all the way. Where are you at? Let me go find it. Hold on. Momentito. There it is. It opened up wider. Yeah, there it is again. It's just that's nice. That's, you know, that's a good looking bullish pattern to me, honestly. It's not bad. If that thing can just hold this E, you know, even hold that 236 right there, right? It's actually not bad right there. Let's go all the way over. Let's go all the way back, see where we can pull this bad boy from. All right, let me grab this. Okay, I got my highlighter. And there we go. Hey Brandon, our Discord is over here on Trading Associates right here. Just go over to Trading Associates. That's where we're at. Right, there's our homepage, www.trading.associates, buddy. That's where you can come and find us. And give me 1 second. I want to just post this up right here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, really, we just, now at this point, we just got to hold support right here in this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. We're going to get rid of this. I'm going to scoot this up. It's got to hold this support right in here. I'm going to call it support right there. Perfect bounce up to 382. Oops. Okay, what kind of pattern is that? Change that right there. Please, 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 please hold. Right? All right, there we go. All right, scroll. Yeah, I'm still holding the big bag of scroll. BMB. Man, guys, I tell you what, you have this bullish cross coming on the weekly. This thing could play out here. Let me do this. Let me get rid of all this. Hold on. Done, done, done. That. Let me add this indicator here. That's my Superman token of crypto. Hold on a second. Let me add this test right here. All right, so there it is. There's that. So that bullish cross, yeah, it's still about 2 weeks out, but that is a very bullish cross right there. I would like to see this bullish cross on BNB, right? BNB, 30, 50 weekly bull cross coming in about, what's that, about 8 days? 8 days. All right, so it's about 8 days for that bullish cross to take hold right there. Nothing on Icon. Icon's just a freaking disaster. Wow. So once again, another absolutely glorious call on, right? Look at that. Nice. Now we're coming back down to support right here on BTT. So BTT is coming right back down into support. So let's go find this bad boy. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Give me a second. There we go. All right. So there's that right there. So that was glorious. Absolutely. Seriously, that was like the most moneyest of money calls, right? Ever. Right, and BTT. All right, so now here's the deal. We're coming back down to support. So the BTT is headed back down to support. That support is at 6150. Right? Need to watch this level for support. All right, so really got to watch just that this white line right here. You got to watch this white line. Look at that. See, this is the daily. There's your support right there. Looks acted as support there. Needs to hold the support here. Not holding that support. You're gonna start to move down to this lower wedge right there. Okay. And yep. Give me un momento, everybody. Please pardon my. And oops. Paste. All right. Give me a second. Watch for support at 6150. All right, so got that, looking good. Link, nice little push up by Link. Broke down, held the 5-0, broke up. We haven't hit a fib up there, so we're just a little bit on the downside of a fib. So we didn't quite hit the 236 or that resistance area up top. See how we bounced off the 5-0, came right back up, and just kind of just chilling right now. Nothing. This is Link to BTC. Still testing. Look, drop through this wedge and just bouncing around in the middle of this wedge. This is not bad, though. This is not bad right here. This is not horrific. Holding this support line is really actually kind of nice. I would like to see this hold this and follow this green arrow up because you're really bottoming out here, pulling a lot of support right there. ADA. You had the double bottom right here, absolutely perfect. You pulled up, and it's like you threw this big Darth Maul candle right there on the daily, which is never something I really want to see. This is just taking out people's stops. Really hate that. Just don't even like that, right? And look at our 200 MA. Look at that. We are below the 200 MA right now, right? Man, you lose that 200 MA. We're down below the 200 MA on the daily. Losing the 200 MA chucks us right down here to the bad place where no one wants to be, the 786 down there. So nothing's really changed on this, even though we got a bottom call. God, how much lower can we freaking go? We really need BTC to move sideways to let some of these Alta BTC pairs really take off for us. All right, and let's go back over to Bitcoin. And I want to just keep up one chart. I'm going to leave this chart up because this is kind of what I'm watching. I'm just watching this double top play out right here, right? I'm just watching this double top. I'm going to keep this up higher. What I'll do is I'll move this up for everybody to see that, right? And then I'll mark this out. Give me a second here and I'll mark this out. Sorry, that just shows my... All right. And actually 6150 is kind of where we're at. 6050. I've got it on the other chart. I'm just gonna mark this bad boy right there though, like that. Okay. Make this a little bit bigger for everybody. All right. And with that being said, I give you a thank you all so much for being here, man. I really, really appreciate that. My short term for the weekend is I still don't like how many shorts are out there. I still don't like how many shorts are out there, right? So I still, you know, now we've got, I mean, honestly, it's like this is the, like, I think Lily, I think Phoenix has got to clean out the fibs, right? I'm sorry, Phoenix has got to clean out those shorts. Either we need a hardcore dump to clean them out or we need a pump, right? In a pump, so this would be Bit Phoenix. This would be 6,400-ish, right? So on Bitfinex, that would be 6,400-ish on Bitfinex right there if you do hit up there. And like I said, this is, so yeah, right in there, right in here. Doot, 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 just like that. Okay? So you've got another wall right there. And like I would like to see, I just don't like all the shorts that are out there, right? We got to clean these shorts out. There's just way too many of them on Phoenix. In order for that to happen, we're just going to have to see something ugly happen. Remember, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, weekends are always a little, it is Wednesday, it's Friday, I'm sorry, it is Friday, yeah, that's it, man. All right, I'll catch everybody later. I am the Vamp. We are from Trading Associates. Thank you all for being here, and I am out.